Hey, good morning, everybody. Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday. It's pretty cold out there. I think it's the 17th of November. It's snowing right now, so they're talking 1 to 3 inches today, another inch overnight, and then more snow tomorrow. So I know Buffalo, they're talking 1 to 2 feet of snow today. So they're going to get hit hard. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys. I had talked about getting a community going down on my property, and if anybody was interested, I wanted them to contact me. I wanted to go into a little bit more detail of why I think a community is a really good idea, and kind of give you an idea of why I think that if you have a community of people, number one, you can get more things done. Projects, if you have a project that you want to work on, it's a lot better with 4 or 5 hands working on a project than just one, or maybe having some of your buddies come in on the weekend to help you. So that's one aspect of it. Another aspect is that let's say a worst case scenario happens, and it's total anarchy out there and everybody's going crazy, and if you are by yourself, if you have your wife and a couple of kids or whatever on your place, and you're doing your own thing, which a lot of us is about the freedom and being off grid, and you have your own little place, and all of a sudden your neighbors don't have power. I'm just going to go by that first, just give you an example. Your neighbors don't have power, and here you are, you have power, you are warm, they're cold, maybe their food's running out. Well, how come you have it and they don't? There's that jealousy factor. So they're maybe going to come and try and take what you have because it's not fair. That's how they're going to look at it. It's not fair. Not because of the fact that you prepared and they didn't, but it's not fair to them. So they may come and try to take it. Now I'm going to give you even a worst case scenario. And I'm going to use an example of here in the greater Rochester area. We have over 20 motorcycle clubs, and it's a 1% clubs in the greater Rochester area. And these groups of individuals are already organized, and they already have each other's back. So in a worst case scenario, when there's no law enforcement, they pretty much are going to do what they want to do. They're already organized. They already don't give a crap, and they're going to watch out for each other. So they already have a group. Okay, and it's people that they trust. So a big part of having a community of people is getting to know people, having people that you trust already in your group before something happens. It's getting to know each other, that bond and that trust, and in working together. And no one person can stay up 24 hours a day. No one person can do everything. All the things that have to be done, and be able to protect your group, and that's why, like with me being ex-military, and like Chris is also ex-military. He's ex-army as well, because I'm ex-army, and and I have another buddy of mine who's ex-navy. So I like having guys with a military background because we have that discipline and experience in that aspect. Also, I mean, let's even talk about the prisons. If things went worst case scenario, all those prisoners are going to get out of prison, and they're probably going to gang up. And you're talking about the worst sort of element of people. So, to be able to have a group, you can protect what you have, because there's going to be organized groups of people that are not very nice people out there. So, to me, to have a group of people that are organized in a community, working together, that are decent people, but you also need to be willing to protect what you have. So that's a big part of why I really want to do a community, is so that we can have each other's back, getting to know each other ahead of time before something goes wrong. And it's a self-sufficiency too. It's the yes, hi, I know, I hear you. It's about having that camaraderie ahead of time, and knowing each other, and and liking who you have in your group, and having that freedom ahead of time, so that when something does go wrong, it's not a big transition. It's not like, oh my God, this is a shock, and how are we going to deal with this? Because if you're already living off grid and you have your own food sources set up ahead of time, it's not a big deal. It's not a big transition. If you have goats and you have chickens and you have pigs, or whatever you have, cows or whatever, it's not a big deal then. So that's a big part of it for me. And it's like, and having people around with the same mindset is a big thing for me as well. I mean, I'll tell you, I've met some fantastic people, you know, through my channel, and I've talked about that before. And I'm looking forward to when the spring comes and I really get my project going down at my place. But I just wanted to give you guys more of an idea of why I think community is so important. Working together with like-minded people. Because if you're alone and you're by yourself, and there's a lot of people that say, I'm just going to take my family and we're going to do this or that, you're sitting ducks. Because eventually, once the cities are destroyed and once they destroy suburbia, they're coming out to the country next. And if you got your little place in the country and you feel safe and you feel secure, you're not going to be that way for long if a group of 20 or 30 armed men come with bad intentions. So that's why, with a community, and if you, let's say you have 18 people in your little community, I'm just giving an example, you're not an easy target. So they may go on to somebody else that's easier pickings than you. So that's kind of my thought on that, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's going to be a cold, crappy day up here. The weatherman basically said it's going to be a raw day. So the next, actually 3 days are supposed to be really, really crappy. So it'll be interesting. But that's it for now, guys. Thank you for listening, and let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.